It was a little bit frustrating because we pay as a company about $75,000 a year already in unemployment insurance. And I went back and looked, and in 2006 or 7, we paid $35,000. So it has more than doubled. I also looked at the rate, and the rate has slowly crept up from 0.71 to 1.2. It kept going up every year. And then now in addition, we get this other bill. I don't know how long we're gonna have to pay it. I don't know how long it's gonna continue. 1, we didn't get any notice about it. 2, it just showed up. 3, we gotta pay. And 4, I don't even know if it's calced right. I mean, just pick payroll and times a percent, and that's what it is. But I think when you look from a planning perspective, not that it was a lot of money to start, but you just keep adding it to everything else that's going on, it was actually aggravating. I will agree with this, it is hard to find people. And I think part of the reason is we have over the last 20 years, chased manufacturing companies out of here that a lot of the skilled people are gone.
There's certain key positions, like Russ said, where people have just, left the state or retired, that we're always recruiting for because we just don't see people with that type of experience anymore to run, a particular machine or something like that. So it is not easy to find people even in this economy.
When you talk about the workforce and the fact that it's difficult to find jobs, and Russ, you had talked about the fact that in many ways a lot of these manufacturing businesses have left, and therefore there's no longer a pool of qualified candidates. We were talking before a little bit about some of the offers that you've gotten from other states.
Yep. Actually, 2 years ago, we had South Carolina here. They had a group of 3 people from their economic...
The state of South Carolina.
State of South Carolina had a group of 3 people from their economic development department come up here, spent about 2 hours with us, giving us their pitch, and it was pretty impressive. I mean, they had roughly $300,000 in savings on the table. The building was much cheaper. The utilities were outrageously cheaper. Outrageously cheaper. I mean, it was just 50%. It was crazy. And so, when we sat back and looked at it, we said, geez, it makes you think. We get calls from Virginia, we get calls from South Carolina, we get calls from Texas, all trying to get us to go. And they do have, we talked about a pool of people, that's where the pool of people are from a manufacturing perspective. And frankly, a lot of them have left here and gone down there and worked in manufacturing jobs because it's moved. I think in the end, the change of just the downtime of our business and the impact it would have had on our customers was really the big thing that told us not to do it. I think 20 years ago or 10 years ago, the state made a decision that service businesses are going to be the way to go. They said that's what we're going to try and throw our money in, and they kind of ignored the manufacturing side of the business. And when you look at what creates value, it's not selling each other hamburgers, it's building, it's making stuff and construction.
The frustrating part is where you take something like that and they say, well, we want to help out with tax credits, the small businesses or business in general, so they come out with their equipment tax where you can do that. Well, in essence, what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we're going to allow you to take this tax credit and we're going to help you if you help yourself in this way, buy a piece of equipment. Maybe I don't need a piece of equipment, but maybe I need some marketing. I'm the best one to be told what I need as far as a business is concerned. Maybe we didn't need the equipment. Right now, if they offered it, I would much rather take an offer that I can use in marketing or something like that. But it's not done that way. It's done, it seems to me, a lot of times with the decisions are made with people who don't totally understand business.
Everything just seems to be a bigger financial burden on employers from, an administrative standpoint or, from a financial standpoint. It just makes it more and more difficult to stay in business in Connecticut. I attended a seminar that CBIA had put out on the basically bill. No one knows how to administer this bill. So it wasn't well thought out. It's just, like somebody comes up with this idea and says, wouldn't it be great? They don't talk to us about what the impact is going to be on our company. They don't give you guidelines on how to administer it from a practical standpoint. And, we just have to wait. We just have to wait till somebody sues. And then the guidelines will be written and we'll be able to, we'll be a little more clear on the bill. So it's just things like that the state of Connecticut is getting a reputation for, I think.
Instead of starting new laws in July or October, we seem to do that, do it as of January. Give the business community a chance to adjust or make some decisions, if that's the case that's gonna happen.
The retroactive one is really tough to
That's
swallow.
kinda tough. That was rough.
That's worse than the January mid-year one.
Right.
The retroactive one.
Sales tax
Yeah.
too, I have to tell you,
Oh, yeah,
because we
sales
passed that in
tax.
June,
Yeah.
the budget implementer was in June. So small businesses with cash registers scrambled
Mhm.
to get that done.
Yeah.
The invoices that were already out the door for payment
Mhm.
had to be resent again. It has been
It's a
unbelievable.
nightmare.
The cat's out of the bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows.
Sure.
The fact that the states are actively targeting Connecticut businesses, we can't just put our heads in the sand on it and say, gee, I hope nobody notices
Right.
that our taxes are through the roof, and that our energy prices are very, very high, and we have a very difficult workers' comp environment, and health insurance costs are higher here than just about any other state because we have more mandates than just about every other state. That's not certainly not a surprise to anybody in our business community who has to pay the bills, and obviously not a surprise to the other states that are out here trying to cherry pick our strong small businesses.
Right.